How's it going, YouTubers? Cornwall here. The world's gone to shit, so I'm going to try and get a few more videos out, show you a few things, maybe give you a bit of a rig, if you like, or setup tour. It's not great, but I'm hoping to get something a bit better at some point. Today's video is all about the F1 rim, the Ferrari F1 rim that I've got for my Thrustmaster, plus a little extra. So we'll spin the camera around, give you a little transition of the intro video, and we'll get straight to it. See you in a sec. Okay, so as you can see, this is the wheel just here. There is a little addition here which we'll talk about shortly, but this is the main wheel. I've got it on the Thrustmaster TX rim, or the base just there, and although this wheel does say that it's only for PlayStation 4, only compatible with PlayStation 4, it is actually compatible with the Xbox One. It's just you can't use all the buttons. However, you can set up these rocker switches, these twists and different things, because you can set them up. It's like some of the D-pad and whatnot. So for some games you can still use that, like on the F1 game, to change different things. You can map them, you just don't get the full function of the, I don't know, 14 buttons or something that we've got on here. Like I say, this is an extra bit that will come across, but as a wheel it's really good. One thing I'm not massively keen on is the flappy paddle, because as you hear that, it sometimes takes a while to get clicking. Once it gets going, it's okay, but the feature I do like is you can do a downshift and an upshift, or a down and an up on the same one, because from what I've looked at, it's a continuous metal bar from side to side rather than two separate paddles. It's continuous. I've seen a few people take it apart and put different ones in. Whether I do that or not, I don't know. But for a starter, this is really good. So you've got your couple of rocker switches here that you can map. You've got all these buttons down here. These bits don't do anything. You've got DRS there, and then you've got two twizzly bits there and two D-pads. And if I'm honest, it's really, really good. The one thing I will say is you need to get yourself a pair of these. You need a pair of gloves, because this finish on here is very rubbery. Not too sure what actual material it is, but if you're doing a long race, it can make your hands a little bit sore. And now I understand, especially if you're doing like a long one, doing a whatever. These are just, I think there's some like motocross bikes or something. I'm trying not to flip you off there, but and I do want to get some proper driving ones, but it's all I could get hold of at the time. So if anybody out there wants to sponsor me or send me some to try out or whatever, then we'll give them a go. But that's what I'm using at the minute. So then what I did is I saw that you can put this on. I'll show you an original picture of the wheel without it, but basically there's a bar here where you can put on the Bluetooth device, which I think it works with PC now, but it was mainly for the PlayStation. And what I've done is I bought this before the current events, because I think it's 3D printed in Italy, and then it was shipped to you. This is an iPhone 5, I think it is, or an SE, which is pretty much the same inside here. They do other ones. I'll put a link in the description from the guy that I bought it off eBay, which is one of the best guys. You're probably going to struggle recently or right now to get it, depending on when you're watching this video. But if all the coronavirus stuff's blown over, then you should be able to order one. Whether he's still doing them or not, I don't know. I doubt it, because most places are in lockdown. But anyway, enough about that bollocks. So basically, you screw a back panel on here using the current two holes, so there's no drilling required. And then there's just a couple of screws here. You can put one in there, but it's solid. It doesn't do anything, and you just slot your phone in. There's a little button here, so you can see possibly a little bit of tape. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's a little button just so you can turn it on and off. And I've actually had to put a bit of tape on that because it's separate, and that's my only negative thing, because I've lost that a few times, and I've had to put a bit of sticky tape on there so I can still turn the phone on and off. There is no, as you can see doing the assistive touch there, there's nowhere for you to press home, because they wanted it to look all integrated. So what you have to do is put assistive touch on, and if anybody's struggling out there, just send me a message if you're struggling. But basically you go into the accessibility settings on your phone and just do assistive touch. If you're using an Android, it's going to be a little bit different, but if you're using an iPhone, that's what you've got. At the minute I'm using RS Dash. The one that they recommend when you buy it is Racing Dash, and if I can get it to spin around to show you properly, or not. Go on. No, it's not going to spin around. But basically this is the one that they recommend, if I can somehow get it to work, but well, not recommend, but this is the one that they use for their bits and bobs. I don't think I can get it to work, but it's just the one, and it is free. Yeah, I can't get it to spin round. How annoying. But basically, I do like using RS Dash, because RS Dash, you do have to pay for each of the individual apps. So I've got iRacing, Forza Motorsport 7, Project Cars 2, and I'll probably get an F1 one at some point. And then when you get going with it, you can go onto the website and it'll actually give you some telemetry details. So what I'm going to do, we'll just do another quick transition, and I'll show you it on iRacing just so you can see how it works and how it reacts, and then just tell you a little bit more about the wheel. Okay, so here we are in iRacing. I won't show you the actual game, but it's running, and as I'm pressing the pedal, we're getting some reaction there. So if we just take it for a quick spin, although I've not raced this track before, so I've just gone straight into the wall, but you know, we could have cut that out, but we won't. Charlotte Raceway, I've never driven around here, and it's got a very tight left when you're first in the pit box. But as you can see, it's coming up on there. You've got a few little features on here. You can customise the screens, you can have different ones, and as you're going through, you can tap the screen, and it's going to show you like the different lap times and sectors. On here, it's giving you a few different bits. Shit, as I just crash into a wall because I'm talking to you guys. But you've got a few bits on there. It tells you your, if I just come off the wall, your sectors again, and different bits on there. And then we've just got what gear I'm in, so that goes obviously up and down. It shows you your revs and the damage and different things on there. Again, you've got your tyre temperatures, your fuel that you've used, and different things. And then you've got a bit on there, and then you can flip it up and down as well, or just keep tapping the screen. And then I think if you swipe it, you can change the actual type if you like. So let's just go back. So you can change the actual type, and then again, not all the screens are swipeable, but some of them are. So that one you can actually swipe between what you prefer and different things. So I really like this. I do really give the RS Dash a really good thumbs up. If you're using it on a PC, you just need to download a little bit of software, which is the RS transmitter. You put the IP address in of this, and then it just talks to each other, and you just start it just before you start racing, and it logs it all. And then it also, as long as you connect to the internet, it will remember things, and you can go to Pocket Playground, and it will tell you everything on your what you've done, your sector times, how you did, where you're braking, where you could save a bit of time, and different things like that. And it's really, really good. The wheel I really like. I can't wait to possibly upgrade this kit and get something a bit different. I'll give you a little bit of a guide of my setup, but really enjoying iRacing as well, so I'm going to do a few more videos of that just to get some content going. If there's anything you guys really want to see, let me know. Don't forget, there is a little, I know it's cheeky, a little tip jar in the description if you want to throw me a few quid just for the video you like. If not, a thumbs up will be very much greatly appreciated, and don't feel like you have to do anything like that, because all the videos will be here anyway, and I'm here, and I'm going to try and get a few more bits of content out for you guys. I'm hopefully going to try the BMW series now I'm out of rookie class in iRacing, and I'm also going to try and get the oval done so I can get out of the rookie class in that, just so we can move on and try different things and get a few videos out. So until next time guys, keep safe, make sure you're washing your hands, and I shall see you all on the next video. Peace.